Hey YouTube family, it's Stinko the Realtor, your Utah Realtor. The data is saying don't buy right now. You do not want to buy a house right now. I'm going to show you the data, the information that's out there, and I'm going to show you when the data is saying would be the best time to buy. Now, before we get into that, you know this is a no BS YouTube channel, so smash that like button, help me get this video in front of more people. 2, hit that subscribe button, that way you're notified when new videos drop. And 3, when you need a realtor anywhere in Utah, remember, Stinko the Realtor has your back. Anywhere in Utah, my contact information is down below in the description. Now let's get into this video of why right now you don't want to buy a house and what the data is saying. I'm going to show you what's happening with prices, with days on market. You're going to want to watch this video until the end. Now, I want to show you some articles before I show you some data points. Check this out. Pending home sales drop 5.5% in July. This right here is according to the NAR. If we take a look at the key highlights, pending home sales fell 5.5% in July, and we see that this was published in August 29th of 2024. Pending sales in July fell 5.5%. Month over month, contract signings declined in all 4 U.S. regions. Well, if we're seeing declines in under contracts, that means the sales are not going to be rebounding most likely next month because under contracts need to go up before the sales go up, right? Okay, now let's go back over here. Compared to 1 year ago, pending home sales increased in the Northeast, but decreased in the Midwest. That's where we're at, the South and the West. So we're in the West, we're in the Mountain West. So we're seeing that the 3 regions have seen decreases, the Midwest, the South, and the West. And over here, only the Northeast actually saw an increase, a small increase. Well, that's showing us that things are not great, right? Now I want to show y'all this next article. Check this out. And remember, I'm going to show you what's going on with prices, with days on market, and when you actually want to buy, because right now it's not the time. Check this out, per the data. Pending home sales fell 6.9% during the 4 weeks ending in August of the 25th of August. That is the biggest. So this article, this Redfin article, is now tracking August. So it's their preliminary data that's being pushed out. So pending home sales fell 6.9% during the 4 weeks ending August 25th, the biggest annual decline in nearly a year. That's despite the median U.S. housing payment falling to its lowest level since February as weekly average mortgage rates dropped to their lowest level in 15 months. Even though mortgage rates have dropped maybe about 0.5%, maybe a little bit more, it still hasn't caused any uptick in the amount of under contract sales. So we're seeing 2 things happening. We're seeing interest rates dropping, yet sales are not increasing. That's not indicating that everything's great in the housing market or the economy, right? I mean, we've seen some stuff on previous videos on that. So that's what it's showing us. I mean, this right here is August, so their data is showing 6.9% fell during August here, and the NAR is saying 5.5% in July. So that's not recovering. I'm going to show you guys some data here real quick. Let me just pull this up. Right here, if we take a look at the units sold, we see that, hey, it's probably not going to be anything better than 2023. And if we jump over here, actually, we see that that's most likely true. So here's 2024 and here's 2023. If you take a look, some months in 2024 are higher and some months in 2024 are lower. And we see here August, we had 3,280 sales versus 3,500 sales. So the sales in August decreased here in our local, and I am blocking that. So right here, our August data is showing 3,280 sales in 2024 compared to 3,508 in August of 2023. Right there, it's showing us that things are not picking up in our local market either. Now, I'm going to show you some more data, and the data is suggesting, like I said, right now, it's not the time to buy, and I'm going to show you when the data is indicating, and this has been the trend since the second half of 2022 and in 2023, and here heading into 2024. Now let me pull this up here real quick, and I'm going to show you guys what is actually going on. Here we go. And days on market, so let me just remove myself up. I have to remove myself entirely here. Days on market, the low was 22 days in 2024. Well, in August, we were all the way up to 36 days on market. And this is the sold data. So sold data always has better days on market because those are actually the houses people picked and that people bought. Where active right now is hitting 60 days on market. And I'll make a video about this. And I said this, I said, hey, actives are going to start, once the school year starts, actives, days on market is going to start increasing. And once we get around November, and this has been a trend since 2022, in 2023, and I don't see it really changing here in 2024, you have about 1 out of 3, 30% of houses that are for sale on the market 100 plus days. And we see that that's most likely going to be the trend here again. So we see that the days on market was 22 and now it's 36, and that's for the sold again. And that's for the sold data. Now, if I remove myself here, July was the first month where we saw a small, minimal price decrease. And I've been saying, you're going to see prices decreasing in the second half of the year. That's just been the trend since 2022, 2023, and 2024. And I'm going to tell you what the data is suggesting and when you actually want to buy. Actually, before I show you guys this here again, let me actually pull up the other Excel sheet right here. I want to show you what's going on with inventory before I get back to the prices. Inventory, I've been showing this. Right now, end of August, we had 11,149 compared to 2023 of 9,043 and 2022, 9,070. And then if we come back down here, October is when stuff peaks. We peaked at 10,400 in October of 2022 and 9,698 in October of 2023. And those price decreases, we see them in the second half. In 2022, it was very bad actually. You saw dropping in prices of about 15%. Median price in May of 2022 was $600,000, went all the way down to January 2023 to $510,000. And now look at these builders. I actually got this text message, so I did not forget about this. Let me turn there we go. Dinko Blank is celebrating Labor Day with sales on sales on sales. Check out our reduced inventory ADU capable home seller incentives this weekend. So they're having sales on top of sales on top of sales. And I've been receiving these kinds of text messages, these emails for quite some time. And I've been receiving them much earlier than I did in 2023. This is why I've been saying that the data of what I'm seeing in the market is resembling more of 2022 with that buildup in inventory. And we're seeing that that is true here now with the increase in inventory going to be higher than it was in 2022 and much higher than it was in 2023. So if you wait until that second half, now what the data is saying is October is when inventory peaks and November and December is when prices start dropping even more because of the holidays. And the best, so if you're looking at it, October gives you price drops, days lingering on market once we get into the middle part of October towards the end. So you're going to have the biggest inventory to choose from in October and prices are dropping. November seems to probably be one of the slowest months as people are really getting ready for the holiday season and inventory is still elevated, but that's when it actually starts decreasing because we're not seeing the inventory hitting the housing market. And so this year in 2024, the best deals are going to be October, November, and December, and going kind of into January. But it starts picking up if we don't see a recession and if this inventory doesn't continue increasing. However, it seems like this inventory is going to keep increasing. So we might not, even if we don't see a recession, we're seeing unemployment go up. So we might not see the uptick in the spring like we did in 2023 and 2024. However, without a recession, that is a possibility. So if you're buying in the short run, you're going to want to buy here towards the end of this year, October, November, and December. If you're wanting to see how these things unravel, well, you're going to have to wait and see if that recession comes and then prices, if they are able to print their way out of it. Now, if we just had regular economic principles in play, a real, true free market capitalist system where bailouts weren't able to be done, where there wasn't manipulation in the market, because we're supposed to have a free market, which we don't, I would say we 100% would have a recession. However, they keep manipulating data, they keep printing money into the economy, and they're bailing businesses out and not allowing them to fail. So back here to the data, to the prices, we see in August, we saw a drop of nearly 3%. So we see that in June, the price peaked, and now 2 consecutive months, we're seeing the prices have declined. And this trend, per the data of 2022, 2023, is going to continue here towards the end of the second half of the year. So if you're looking to buy, give me a call. Let's put a plan together. Now let's take advantage of the data and the housing market here. And again, negotiating is a lost art. I had a listing of mine that I sold maybe a couple of months ago. It was on the market for 40 days. We had literally 4 showings on it. The 4th buyer put an offer on it. And I actually followed up with the realtor and I said, hey, can you give me some feedback? And they said, yeah, the buyer's actually interested. Would your seller be willing to do $8,000 in closing costs? And I'm thinking, we've been on the market for 40 days. You don't even send me an offer. You're not even go. So we actually countered them back and gave them less than that in closing costs, and they took it. I mean, negotiating is really a lost art. And in the second half of the year, I've been negotiating some really good deals. And sometimes some listing agents do get offended, but hey, that's their choice, and those sellers as well. They need to learn how to negotiate. And what I'm doing is for the benefit of the buyer that I'm working with. So give me a call. My contact information is down below. Let's take advantage of this data. If you're looking to buy in the short run or the long run, I'm going to keep these videos coming so that we are informed.